Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Life is an Art podcast with me, Maggie. Well, is it another beautiful day, evening, or morning, wherever time you're listening to me on? Wow, yeah, most of you really enjoyed the previous episode, and I am so happy that you could join me again today. Funny thing is, I purposely bought a microphone to record my podcast, and I end up recording my podcast the old way. And yeah, I think that most of you seem to be enjoying my random chats of adulting, and God knows the struggle. Whoa. So this other day, I wake up pretty early. Funny thing. I have a sitting area at work, and I really like that place because I get to organize my work in this specific computer. At our workplace, we really don't have allocated computers, so you enter and you stay pretty much at any desk. We have like 5. So yeah, so I when I'm working night shift, my colleague works on the day shift, so we don't really get to really struggle to get that seat. So, and she also loves the same seat. So this day I am so early because I missed my breakfast and I'm up in the morning, and I'm just like, before I even go, so Mark Cuban, one of the Shark Tank sharks, a very big investor, he really said something that I am not really in agreement with. But this week it was my greatest inspiration of like, you waste so much time making your bed in the morning. So for this week I never made my bed, and true to his word, I saved time. But I like some sort of order and neatness, so I don't think I'm gonna be doing that again. But it's good to know that if I don't, there's some positivity that comes out of it, and I'm not gonna be roasted by myself and the community of organization and self-improvement. And yeah, so I wake up very early in the morning. I live outside, so I get my public means of transport outside. Just outside, so rush out. I'm so early. Then this vehicle decides that it's gonna keep me at a certain stage in Vipers for 10 minutes. The agony, and then all the other buses that I take to work come passing me through. I just felt like crying. I was actually tearing up because I'm just like, what is this? I really tried so hard to get to work early so that I just have my time for organizing myself and starting work on a good day. And then this happens. Yeah, I think I'm ready to have a car. So yeah, so that's the short story of how sometimes it's like adulting. You think you have things figured out, and then there's just that one thing that's gonna really derail you and waste your time, and just like, and sometimes it can be like, there's nothing I can do, and it's okay. So I was searching this guy a guide on adulting and all those things, and trying to learn more and which books to read so that I can be better at it. And I must say, there's so much information out there when it comes to adulting, and somehow you still want to figure it out yourself. Is it right? Yeah, you agreeing with me? Because it's true. I mean, we still want to be at that place in life and be like, I did that, I figured out on myself, and I moved past that, and I'm grateful and stuff, and be like proud of yourself. But I've come to swallow a bitter pill of like, you need help. You need help, and you need help, and help can come in different ways. Help can come with reading a book. listening to a podcast, listening to people's advice, talking to people. And that's when you can get a bit of insights on some of the things that could be troubling you. So that said, I've come to know that one of the way to hack adulting is to have a healthy lifestyle. And I'm not going to focus more on the healthy lifestyle type of a thing that all of you know about eating right, blah, blah, blah. It's about having a healthy brain diet. I know that is, maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't, but it's one of those topics that someone said, you need to have a healthy brain diet, and I was like, what do you mean? Like, what does that even mean? And to my understanding, and from the research that I've made, is basically having a healthy brain generates healthy thoughts, generates good chemicals that make your body feel good, that energizes your body, that makes your body even healthier and your organs happy. That's what having a healthy brain diet assists with. One. So here are some of the few tips that I've come to learn. But before that, I have a funny story for you. So a Maasai man goes into a bank, and he goes there, and he takes a brochure and reads through it. It is not his local what do you call it, local bank. It's where he like keeps like some of his change and stuff. He goes to the bank and asks the bank to give him 5,000 shillings as loan. That's like $50 in loan. And this guy is like, and the bank is like, why would you come to a bank and ask for 5,000? The bank tells the Maasai man, yeah, it's possible you can get you 5,000, but we will need collateral. That is like an item that you give to the bank so that the bank knows when you cannot pay off their money, they will take that collateral and pay themselves. So the man said that he gives them a logbook to his car, his Mercedes, the good series, the expensive series Mercedes, yeah, that one, it's his. So he gives the bank, and the people of the bank, after they give him the money, they're like laughing. They're like wondering and laughing. They're like, this guy came to a bank, asked for 5,000 shillings only, and his collateral is a brand new Mercedes. If he can afford this Mercedes, then I wonder how his financial profile looks like. And woe to their belief, this guy was a millionaire. And it was like, yo, you're a millionaire. And when he came back after 30 days, the bank was like, dude, please tell us. The interest rate was at like 150, and he was like, I was going to Dubai. Where else can you put your car and bigger, and gonna find it after a whole month in great shape? And they were like, whoa, very smart. Such a smart man. Whatever lesson you take away from this story, it's your choice. I just wanted to share that story because it was like mind blown by the story. And yeah, so quick one, random chats about adulting. I mean, you just have to figure out how to make things work for you. You don't have to do things the ideal way of doing things. You just have to do the things how comfortable you are to do them. Like, seriously, there's so much information out there, and you need to know what type of life you want to live before you can consume any type of information. And that's how you gain a healthy brain diet. One, by deciding what type of information you want to consume and read. Yeah, what type of materials you want to read, what types of things you want to see, what type of movies and what types of channels and entertainment scenes that you want to consume. Yeah, because these things ultimately affect our well-being and our mental health state. So if you're constantly consuming things to do with people who are like mentally disturbed and have this, you will find yourself in a state of mind where you really torn into, like, you really torn in between ideas, in between people's opinion, in between all these things, because you really trying, you're really not balancing. So I know we all need a bit of entertainment, a bit of knowledge, a bit of this and that. Well, someone just decided to like pass by with a loud motorcycle. Anyway, moving on swiftly. So a healthy brain diets include balancing everything, balancing what you consume, and knowledge, and more of knowledge, more of empowerment, more of positivity, so that you can be able, so that your brain can have like that healthy, what do you call it, healthiness into it. Another thing about what to do to have a healthy brain, it's like constantly put yourself in position and involve yourself in challenges, because solving challenges unlocks a part of your brain that you didn't think existed, until you open up until you start challenges like building a Lego, like puzzles, like chess, like diff mind jigsaw puzzles and all that. They really open up your brain. Another thing is like food, omega-3s, some fatty acids, the good vitamins, they really help your brain develop well. Yeah. Another thing is therapy. Like, to have a healthy brain, you need therapy. Therapy can be done online and offline. Can be done at church, mosque, or any religious background that you subscribe to. You can have someone or a friend, you can talk to a friend, constantly talk about your emotion, however hard they may be. It's very important so that you can unload the baggage in your brain to allow your brain to take in some goodness, like some good information, some good. So I know adulting, everything is about a mindset, and when your mindset is completely compromised, then you cannot be able to think correctly, because your mindset is completely compromised. And when you cannot think directly, you make mistakes, and when you make mistakes, you have to suffer the consequences, and some of these consequences might not be really pleasant, and they may really affect the quality of life that you may end up building for yourself. So yeah, how about we subscribe to the healthy brain thing? I think adulting will be it's much easier when you can think straight, you're feeling better, you're energized, and you have the right mindset. I think adulting becomes easier and easier. Funny story about adulting is I have on January I paid my electricity bill. On February I paid another chunk, like $3, 300 shillings, and then I put off. I said, you know what, I'm not gonna pay. It's not my priority. And sometimes it was really not priority. Good thing is like our landlord can be a bit what do you call it? A bit nice, because he doesn't really manage here and he has been changing agents like socks. So he really didn't care, and surprisingly Kenya Power also was not really on our necks since from February to this month, November. God, so I checked my bill and it's like $40, 4,000 shillings. And I was like shaking, but at the same time I was like, this is possible. I've been using my air fryer like nobody's business. I've been boiling water with a kettle boiler, and I recently bought a fridge. So it could have been 300, 300, 300, but again it escalated quite fast because of that. Also the penalties that you have to pay when they cut off the electricity. So somehow in adulting, everything just finds a way of catching up with you. Everything. I mean, like they came here and thanks the Lord, I had just paid a day before, and not like you, I never cut off my electricity. But I mean, like, but somehow the electricity went down on my line, and people who hadn't paid for electricity, they were like with electricity. So, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes we do everything right, but the people we think should not be doing as well as we are, they end up doing as well as we are, and that ends up putting so much pressure on us. So, and what you can do is just like own up and live. However it is, just own up and live your life. Own up and live your life, because there's always gonna be that friends ahead of you. There's always gonna be that friend who's not doing as well as you are. There's always going to be people ahead and behind you, but you cannot focus. You need to focus on where you're going, where you want to see your life, and sometimes you don't even have an idea, but it's okay. It's adulting. You'll figure it out at the end of the day. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to my random chats. It's been me, Megan. It's been fun talking about random stuff. I'm enjoying this. I am, and I hope you do. So, have a good one. Until next time, bye bye. And thank you so much.